Thank you guys. It's an honor to be here. My name is Zuniga. I'm an award-winning Latin recording artist. I'm a published author, inspirational speaker, and the owner of Zuniga Marketing, which is a marketing and advertising agency. So, I've done well in life, and thanks to God, I'm still doing good. But, listening to these stories, it reminds me of a little story when I was growing up as well. I came from a broken home. My dad was very abusive with my mom. And it got to the point where my mom divorced him, and she had 10 kids with her. So it was kind of hard back in the day, some of the ladies from, who were a little bit older, can attest to that back in the 70s, 80s, it was hard for a woman to leave a man, especially with 10 kids. And I'm the baby, so you would never guess that. But I was the two youngest. She was forced to raise by herself. And my mom she had no education. She had about 3 months of school in her life. She spoke very little English because she was raised in the valley of Texas, San Benito area, so everybody spoke Spanish. She didn't even learn how to speak English till they moved over here to Florida. So, part of my overcoming adversity, was that my upbringing. I remember a time when I was little, I was in elementary, and she could not afford any groceries. And I would catch her, on a nightly basis, crying in her room because she couldn't feed us. And she worked in the fields picking tomatoes or picking whatever vegetables she could, and worked in the nurseries, and then she became disabled as well with heart problems. And I remember one night in particular, because I always remember we had a big old box of sugars in the fridge, these little white packages of sugar that you use for your coffee. And there was nights that, there was nothing to eat, so I was there munching out on that sugar. That was my dinner. And I remember one particular night where she walked out, and a couple hours later she came back to the house with a bag of groceries. And it was because she went to a local food pantry to ask for food, and which is something seriously hard for somebody to do, to ask for help. And so she did that. She walked out there in the middle of the night and came back with some food. And it just hits me because it's because of people like you, like people like Echo that care for the community and do your part in giving back. I'm the product of that. I'm the product of people like you, and you just don't know who you're helping. You know the next children that you're helping overcome adversity and make it in life. And for that, I want to thank you guys.